Hello, all my merry makers. I am Becca, and welcome to Things We're Making Thursday. Things We're Making Thursday. Things We're Making Thursday. Yeah. Still don't know how to get a copy of that jingle, so you are just at the mercy of me singing. In case you're new to my channel or just new to the crochet scene and you're like going, what the heck is Things We're Making Thursday? First of all, welcome. Things We're Making Thursday is something that started last year between a whole lot of creators where they picked a pattern and it was a free pattern and everybody did their own take on it and it was great and it got really popular. So they said, let's do it again for 24, but instead of a specific pattern that was free, they just picked a theme and everybody was up to their own devices to do whatever they wanted to do, which I think is great because it really broadens it to not only knitting and crocheting, but other crafts as well. So, and a lot of us do more than just one craft, so I think it's awesome. Well, if you saw last week's video, you know I thought I was being a rebel by not doing this year's theme for February. Lo and behold, I looked at somebody else's Things We're Making Thursday video, and guess what? The theme for February is blankets. And none of you said anything. Oh my goodness. The blanket I'm doing, which I'm going to show you in just a minute, is the Heartthrob blanket, which is available on Yarn Inspirations. I believe they recommend 4 different colors. It is a Grafgan. I decided that instead of doing 4 different colors, I'm just gonna do 2. If you take a look at the pattern, there's a little red heart inside the big white heart. I decided that I was not gonna do that either. So what am I doing? You might say. Well, I am using red heart. I am using white for the white. That's easy. But the other one I'm doing is the Red Heart Super Saver Stripes. And the colorway I'm using is called Sutherland Stripe. And in case you're not familiar with Red Heart, it is a 4-weight, 100% acrylic yarn. Would you like to see how far I've gotten? So, I have it pinned. So there you go. So this is the Sutherland stripe, and it looks like I've gotten in the full colorway because the colors are starting to repeat again. And then here is the beginning of the lettering. I did go ahead and cut my yarn because it had to jump. And I want this to be as reversible as possible. And since nobody weighed in about the shading or the gray, I actually, after I started, realized how difficult this was going to be just with 2 colors. So I opted not to do the gray. I think there's going to be enough of a distinction between the different colors and the white that you will not have any trouble reading the word. The word that's on the blanket is love. I might change my mind once the blanket is finished, but there you go. One of the things that makes this a little bit difficult is for those of us who are used to reading graphs, we're used to reading either right to left or left to right, depending on the pattern. And this is the first time I have come across a graph where instead of reading straight, you're reading diagonal. So it does make it a little bit harder to keep track of where you are and what you are doing. There are little numbers on the side of the graph, but they're a bit small for the graph that's there, in my opinion. I wish they would have made the squares just a little bit bigger. Maybe that's just my printer. I don't know. But I did discover that I did better once I actually started counting the squares along the side to figure out which row I was on. Because I thought I was on row 21, but I actually was on row 22, so I had to take it back. I am currently on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So I'm back on row 22. So there you go. I'm working on this about 15 minutes a day right now, with the one exception being Wednesdays when I meet with my knitting group, because we sit and we talk for like an hour. So there you go. I'm really hoping that I can make more progress on it for next week. You know, as it gets bigger, it's going to be harder to check my progress, but we'll see. So that's it. Kind of a short video today, but if you liked this video, please give it a like. Feel free to comment down below. If you're not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. If you think you're subscribed, double check, because you know, YouTube's doing that thing again where it will unsubscribe random people. Anyway, if you really like my channel, please share it with your friends. And in the meantime, make what makes you merry. Ciao.